Guys, I am so excited because I have here with me one of my favorite clients. I'm a little biased on this one. Okay, who am I kidding? They're all favorites, but he's a little extra special. So we're going to do a series now, as you know, on client experiences and client reviews, I guess, if you want to put it that way. We're going to do like a POV of clients. There you go. And the first one we're doing, I'm so excited to be Kota Lovett. And Kota has been with us for a while in many different ways, as a client, as a friend, as a team member at Write Your Best Book, all the things. He's been there. So I want to start with Kota. And Kota, why don't you first tell those who may be seeing this little video how you first found Write Your Best Book?
The clouds parted completely by chance, and I scrolled onto my For You page and saw you on TikTok. And you were given a tip about writing compelling scenes, and you clearly stated that the answer to the question that you had asked that day was up to the individual, and that you weren't trying to come out of the woodwork as little Miss Know-It-All. Mm-hmm. And I slapped that follow button, attended your lives, and then I got ballsy enough to reach out to you and send you an email to officially become a client of yours.
And we're so glad you did. So what made you want to eventually pull the trigger and become not just part of the team, not just a client, but part of our team?
Well, for client, it was a dash of modesty. Was watching one of your lives, and you had said something about adverbs, and it just kind of twinged my ear the wrong way. I was like, well, what am I supposed to use? What is she talking about? And then I had that realization of, she's in the industry and I'm aggressively not in the industry. So there might be something there for me to look further into. And then you were hiring interns one day, and I was just like, I'm bored. I'm here. Here's my hat. Let's see what happens with that. And then I was quoted 3 months I might be considered for coming on as a team member. You hired me in 1.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, I don't even know if it was a full 1. It was 3 weeks or something. Yeah. You were good because you impressed me with a lot of different factors. So I remember that did not take very long at all. So then what was your coaching experience? Because you worked with us in 2 different aspects. First was coaching. What was that experience like, working with me and you one-on-one?
It was a little nerving, not because of anything that you did. It's just when we set up that first call, I was expecting kind of like how you expect any kind of coaching lesson to go, very formal, very professional, all right, so you want to write a book. But no, it was so casual, so laid back. You let me nerd out about the ideas that I had and what fantasy tropes I was using and how I was tweaking those fantasy tropes. It was a writer's dream. It was a D&D writer's dream is how I'll word that, because all of them love talking about their stories just absolutely so much. And you gave me the opportunity to do that. And I love it.
Well, good. I love hearing this. Okay. So I'm going to have to I don't know. What do you do when your ego starts getting too big? What's the solution to that?
Look in the mirror and say,
it's good because down. It's valid. What is it that you do? What?
I said, look in the mirror and say, piped up down.
Oh yeah. But in all seriousness, it's not even about ego. It's I think I said this earlier, it's more about validation that it's good to hear that what I try to accomplish is
absolutely.
So yeah. Well, you also hired us to edit your manuscript. And by the way, we're talking about his book, RoGoria, Voyage of Tears, which by the time y'all see this is out on Amazon, and you got to go check it out. Y'all, everybody has raved about this book. So tell me though, as far as the editing experience, what was that like for you?
Anxiety inducing. So when I got that manuscript back, there are all these red lines and marks and margin comments. And I was like, sweet baby Jesus, what have I done? But I went through it. And this is the very first copy that I officially got. And I've read this whole thing already since getting it. And it's you know what? Things are solid. Editing did a good job, and I did a banger job, using their mistakes and taking their advice and implementing it to where it was necessary. I mean, Are there a few typos in there? Yeah, it's first edition. Leave me alone. All first editions are like
Stephen
that.
King has them, and it's on his 50th book. Yeah, it happens.
Right. So the editing process was thorough is the word that I like to use, specifically with Write Your Best Book, because you did the content editing, and then you had someone do line editing. You had Jen do line editing.
Yeah, did them.
I took all that back, resubmitted it to you, and you had a completely separate editor, Kirsty, do the proofreading editing. And she even did more than she was required to do. She actually caught a few things. She goes, "Wait, that doesn't make sense." What? And I was like, "Oh shoot, you're right, that doesn't." And so she even went above and beyond, and everyone was just so precise and careful about it. And that's what you would do with a real baby, and you guys did that with my book baby. So I'm forever content and grateful.
Well, I guess then if RoGoria is your book baby, RoGoria is my book grandbaby. Is that right?
Absolutely.
All right,
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All seriousness, what would you say to anyone watching this who might be on the fence about, either hiring us or working with Write Your Best Book for coaching or editing?
I would say, I get it. I can be stubborn as a mule, and I hate admitting that I need help. But if you want to make it in this industry, if you want to be a full-time author, which granted, I'm not even a full-time author yet, but that's my goal, admit that you will need help. Because
Amen.
there are people out there to help you, and they're going to give you some damn good advice about it.
Love it. Let's end right there. Cutscene. We're good. All right. Thank you, Kota, so much. It's been a pleasure. And you guys tune in for our probably next Wednesday. We'll do another testimonial from yet another Write Your Best Book success story. Go get Kota Lovett's book, RoGoria, Voyage of Tears, which is available now on Amazon. And follow him at Kota Lovett. Now, see, I got it mixed up. Follow him at Kota Kai Lovett on social media. All right. Thanks, Kota.
Thank you, Christina.
Sure.